right by me like it's nothing. Fuck you thinking I saw you feeling me across the room. Now let me have you come here. Can we skip the games and the 3-day text? Oh baby, you have got nothing to fear. Do you fuck with me or am I losing it? Trying to make things clear. Let me take you to my place. Just leave the talking to me and open up, you'll see that I wanna take you back to my place. Just take a walk with me so everyone can see us. What if I told you that I knew I'd figure it out without a doubt? I say, so get those eyes on me from across the room. Oh, let me have you come here. Can we skip the games and the 3-day text? Oh baby, you have got nothing to fear. Oh, fuck with me or am I losing it? Trying to make things clear. Neutron! Is she for real? I'm looking at you, walking right by me like it's nothing. Fuck you thinking. Let me take you to my place. Just leave the talking to me and open up, you'll see that I wanna take you back to my place. Just take a walk with me so everyone can see us. Let me take you to my place. Let me take Trouble finding my past in places I've known to call home. And even if I could recover, I still wouldn't have a reason to stay here. No, I would keep running from who I am now, desperately looking for someone to heal me. Please make yourself appear from the mist. I know I can see you now, I can't refuse. Please make your way out of the dark now. Make me believe that I still have reason to stay here. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let it go. I want us to go where we last held on. I'll fall without you, right to the ground beneath the grass I'll lay. My bones will shed the tears I left, leaving the memory we once shared. I'll be the one who says sorry for the life I gave you then. I'll come out the dark now. Make me believe that I still have a reason to stay. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let it go. I want us to go where we last held on. I'm lost without you. I'll move every mountain here for you. Let it go, just let it go. I want us to go where we last held on.
What is good, family? What is good? And welcome back yet again, man. I am here repeating myself over and over and over. Why? I don't know. Because I get nervous real quick anytime I do speak to you fine people, but I am absolutely stoked and I am absolutely excited to come back to you here when price action is making some new interesting, silly little willies. Well, what do we have in line, guys? So if I can just go ahead and first of all, before we dive into any kind of analysis here, let me just go ahead and throw those, let me see those A's in the chat, guys. Throw those A's in the chat right away so we can get this thing moving and grooving. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for coming on by tonight and for some of you today, right? But of course, we are here to concentrate on the one and only, the big dog, FNGR, right, you guys? So what is up with it? Let me know in the comments below what that actually could be. What do we have in line for fundamentals, guys? And I will give you the statistics, right? I'll give you the play from another perspective, and we'll go ahead and make it a huge collaboration between all of us. What is up, Loretta? Good to see you there. What's up, Mike? Oh man, I love it, team. I already see some familiar faces coming in here. Of course, I know that it could be a little bit late for some of you in the well, actually, no, you know what, we're coming on a bit earlier than usual. So yeah, I guess, relatively late, almost 9 p.m. for some of the East Coasters here, but welcome back, everybody. As you know, I am in the West Coast myself, right? Pretty much near Los Angeles, California here, but it is, I mean, finally, we had a bit of a sunny day. It's been raining and raining and raining and raining like crazy, but I'm super stoked, guys, to be here with all of you and absolutely excited to, provide some of the analysis here for this, FNGR ticker, guys, as we did get a pretty nice bounce to the upside. What is up, Daryl? Good to see you there. Sir James, man, let's go. Adamulfo, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for that AAA, man. I love it so much. Richie Rich, what is up, my dude? What you saying right there? Arca, my guy, I never get alive. I am on the east side. Oh, dude. Finally, we get to have a live together, my bro. Let's go, let's go. Here's the big cheers to you, man. For us to chill for the first time in a long time, right? I imagine. Have you ever been into one of these lives before? You know, to be honest with you, man, it hasn't been... I haven't been too live right all the time, but I am here, and actually precisely 20 or 21 days later here, right? We did do one on the middle or late of October, right? And now finally, man, we're starting to see a little bit of a bounce here on that price action for FNGR, as you can see this right on this chart here. But we're gonna dive into that nitty gritty right there as soon as humanly possible, guys. But I want to encourage as many people here to please do me that big favor to make sure to hit that like button, right? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive, guys. I love it, man. What is up, everybody? We're just gonna go ahead and chill here, say what's up to the fam as the chat fills up, right, guys? I know that there's a lot of people here that want to see at least a live analysis for FNGR, right? But I have a few things in line here, guys, and actually some of these signals that you guys have still been a little curious about, including the weekly signal, the bi-daily signals, all firing off, right, for that potential continuation. That remember, those were signals that we spoke of firing off when? Just about a few weeks ago, right? And they did have some pretty good statistics. I mean, the upsides on them are pretty substantial. So let's just go ahead and see how we treat this movement here, guys. As I know, man, this has been kind of a historic support, and we, in light of the markets kind of like just literally lighting on fire and bringing down all this it just feels like a lot of pressure has been on the markets, right, guys? A lot of pressure, and many people getting wiped out here, right? But we are here to see the higher probabilities. We are here to see what we can do about this continuation to the upside, guys. This was a very powerful, very potent upside here, I gotta say, on FNGR, right, guys? So I asked a little bit earlier, but I'm not sure if I'm getting that answer just yet. If I could actually bother you guys into telling me what the fundamental is that actually occurred here for FNGR, and I will provide for you these statistics in turn, because I do have some stat plays already against this, and they're looking pretty okay, especially here into that massive close, guys. 155 in the post hours for FNGR, right, guys? That's absolutely something. In fact, what I'm going to do here, guys, is actually I'm going to bring you up into the, so this is the analyst meetup room here, guys. I'm literally with no one in here, right? Just to kind of provide the analysis here for you guys. So what I'm going to do is actually type in my own chat here, right? Because in the Arca Bulls trading team, I have the premium thing for the unusual whales. So what I want to do is actually take a look at some of the highest volume traded for the ticker FNGR, right? So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at that now and find out what we have in line here, right? So let's go ahead and press enter and find out what Unusual Whales is telling us as far as that is concerned, right? So okay, let's see, man, open interest looking pretty strong on some of these, right? For the calls, guys, look at this, right? This is a 59-day expiry. This is going to be your January 16th for FNGR. Looking like we have about oh yeah, nice, just around 1,000. We have 3,800 here, 4,000 into $2 calls for November 21st, guys. These, damn. Okay, and you can actually see, man, that we're already overpowering here. At least in the options flow, we're overpowering those puts, and there really isn't anything else other than, yeah, just calls going berserko here, right? Yeah, some January 16th ones, but majority, guys, look at this, just about 3,000 at November 21st for the $3 strike here, right? And those big numbers are kind of landing right within those, at least this one here, right? We have a January 16th, and we also have an 1,100 here for the November 21st as well. So yeah, guys, there is an apparent interest for that November 21st date, which is actually coming up here pretty soon. So if we are able to kind of move price action at least into that $2 target, then maybe we can actually get some type of a gamma ramp, right? We'd be able to pretty much just get these contracts to maybe expire in the money. Of course, that's a very difficult thing to do. As you know, a lot of things just kind of get manipulated here before we can just get slapped around, right? But the momentum here today, guys, that was an absolute ripper. And guys, I'm sorry about that. I noticed here that I do have a question coming up, man. Let's see what you saying over there. What you saying over there, Richie Rich? Saying I watched them at 5 a.m. on my way to work. Your live streams, right? So I never miss your awesome analysis. You are hands down the best, my bro. I really appreciate you for coming on by and sharing those thoughts here with the team, man. I can't even tell you how much that means to me, bro. I really do try hard, man. I really actually try hard here for the team, and hopefully, you know, whatever I get to say, whatever I get to share, we get to put out some unique, or at least another type of well, you know, a lot of the analysis that I put out is actually, you know, kind of done in an institutional practice as well, right? So at least we can get to observe it in that manner. So I see that the room is still getting full in here, guys. Let's go ahead and just get everyone in here as soon as humanly possible, and we'll go ahead and get this official analysis started. I figured I would just kind of talk to you guys about that options flow, as it is looking pretty damn good for the coming 11/21. At least we have a massive amount of concentration within that date, right, guys? I know, actually, you know what? Let me get myself out of the way here because you couldn't see that earlier, right? So yes, that 37.47 is actually for January 16th, but the 3,000 one here, the 28.93, that is absolutely for a $3 target for November 21st. Another $2 target here, guys. We have a few, but these are the ones that are most concentrated here, man. Really interesting times for that $2 call. 11/21 expiry, 3 days, right, guys? And the ones that are really traded the most, I guess, for now, guys, is really just that January 16th. So we have a positive outlook way out into the future, right, into that January, which is what, 2 months away. These are, I mean, people are betting here for the long run, and I do think that it brings a lot of positive sentiment here for the FNGR asset, at least for that time frame. Guys, I've been trying my not my hardest, but I do think I have someone that could get me in touch with the CEO, and I would like to actually ask him a few questions on an interview here with Arca Bulls. Now, the type of questions that I would ask him are going to be slightly different than your typical interviewer or analyst or whatever, guys. So this is coming from you know me, guys, you know me, right? I'm more mathematically based than anything else, right? So I would probably put him in that scope of things and ask him what he feels about certain dates where I think there could be some strengths in the market, specifically to the ticker FNGR. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat what you guys think if we put something together like that. Would it be cool would it be cool or not, or what do you guys think? So if we asked him some questions here together and have the highlight behind the statistical side of analysis, not only so much of the fundamental side, I have a feeling that could be a pretty successful interview, at least for retail, guys. We could put together a different type of analysis put together here for FNGR, guys. As you guys know that I it's not that I believe in the ticker or not believe in the ticker. I just want to make sure that I can provide whatever information that the retail community is asking for. So the FNGR team, whomever you are still and are gonna be, I am here for you, right? So whatever you need, you can always count on getting a complete clean bias on that ticker. So yeah, guys. So this is gonna be your 2-day time frame analysis here, the volatility versus momentum backtest on the, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up those. There we go. Yeah, this would be the bi-daily time frame. So let's go ahead and put it on that so that we are controlled, right, guys? So yeah, we have this here and also more analysis to discuss here, guys, as we do have some standard levels to kind of just go over here, right, guys? These are just your basic resistance levels that we're going to touch on. Also, we're going to touch on this. This was the last thread of analysis that we put together, right, guys? Identifying this area as a very high likelihood bounce zone. Of course, you know, our area was around 129 and this thing dropped to about 121 on a wick. And then from there, sure, it actually started making its run. But I gotta say that I like the 155, right? Because it does realign itself with some structure, which means that we could actually see a continuation, you know, after a bit of a pullback on this. And I know a lot of people hate it when that's with that said, right? For all we know, this thing could already be gapped up. So what about this? If I have anyone in the chat right now, could you share with me? And you know what? I'll go ahead and just kind of highlight this chat so people can see what's going on, right? I will. Hold on. I can actually share it like this with you guys. Hold up, guys. You're gonna be able to see, right? Just like this. You'll see it from my perspective. This is from my YouTube studio right over here, right, guys? Check this out. So yeah, this is presently the YouTube studio, and just so that you guys can see the comments, right, for whomever is watching this afterward, just keep it a little transparent here. But yes, guys, what do you think about what I'm saying here? Do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to know how this how the pullbacks are going to look like? Do you guys want to know everything, or do you just want to know upside, right? Because I'm sure that there are some people out there who may actually want some type of entry conditions. They may want some kind of you know, perspective as far as the pullback. How rainy is it going to be on that day before it becomes super sunny? You get what I mean, guys? So that's presently what I'm basically asking you. But what do you guys think? I will be, you know, I'm at your mercy here, guys. I'm at your, you know what? You just go ahead and let me know, and I got this service done here for you, so no problem. But I have some things here prepared, nonetheless, right? And we are going to go over them here. Just as you know what, I think that the room is looking good around these numbers here, right? This is not the typical number that we would get back, you know, what is it, like a year ago or whatever, right? But it's okay. That's that's kind of the fallout that happens when you stop streaming that live, that public live, right, guys? But if you actually want to watch me live stream every day, you could actually, right, guys? So that is in light of the Discord team. Okay, guys. So make sure to get your butts into the description below, because tomorrow is the last day for getting into the trading team for just a one-time fee, guys. So make sure to take care of that as soon as humanly possible. And yeah, so we're going to be adding a lot of tools and a lot of service here to that Discord team. So make sure to come on by. So guys, now, yeah, it looks like it's getting a little more full now. So I think we're going to be able to get ourselves started with an analysis thread just about now, guys. So please do me that strong favor here. I'm going to take a sip of water, but I want first for you to throw all those A's in the chat, team. Let's go. Throw those A's in the chat right away, and we'll get this thing completely started here, man. Let's find out what FNGR has and what kind of strength it has for the leading days. Let's go, team. Throw those A's. Throw them. Let's go. That's looking good, team. It's looking good. Yeah. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Let's go. All right, all right, all right. I like it. I like it. I like it. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming on by. Please do me a favor as you walk in. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. All that stuff, guys, will always help us out into getting the Arca Bulls name further and further and further out, so we can provide some good analysis for the retail community. So if without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this rolling. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, let's get this done. Let's take a look at some of these things, some of the parameters here for FNGR. So I'm going to start you guys off with the more simpler, side of things, right? We're going to keep this alongside maybe the reads of your I give you guys a technical sometimes, guys, but I really don't like too much technical analysis, right? I tend to use mathematics, and I tend to use some physics along the way to help determine price with a higher probability. Statistics are really the way to go, man, against time and psychology. But the technicals do play, right? They play a role, and they certainly help with determining price as well. So let's go ahead and determine what that could be from this point on. Okay, guys, so this is your 4-hour time frame here. Like I was saying just a bit earlier, right? Potential entry conditions were set around that 129 to 136. Of course, we dropped with a wick, crazy wick, down to 121, and now we have made that jump. So now that we have made that jump, it would be a good enough time for us to see about what volatility has done from here, right, guys? So we're gonna start off here from a really granular time frame, specifically down to this actually, you know what, why don't we just go ahead and do it from the 2-minute time frame? I'm gonna ask, does anyone in the chat have the price of FNGR here overseas? I guess maybe in the Asian markets. Where is it at right now, and does it reflect the same $1.55 valuation that you guys that the American equities closed at? If it's not that, then, you know, whatever, it's all good. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So you know, that 2-minute time frame absolutely topping out at that 155. I'm going to go ahead and consider this still volatility expansion. Remember, guys, volatility, when it's expanding in this fashion right here, right, this really just means that we are getting acceleration, right? Think of it as acceleration and then also deceleration as it contracts, right? But in reality, the expansion phase of volatility just means that more participants are deciding to buy and or sell in you know, the specific time frame that you're talking about here, right? So in a 2-minute time frame, we have a lot of buying and selling, so the frequency, right, of the dispersion of returns is actually increasing drastically here into critical zones, which are above 90%. That's a good thing. So we're flooring it, right? Just think of it as acceleration in a car. So we're hitting the gas like super hard, and which way would we be hitting the gas, right? So that directional bias can be given to you by like a moving average, by something like momentum, maybe even RSI, right? So we're going to keep that bias here, right? So yeah, it looks like a pretty good upside continuation here on that 2-minute time frame. I will say that even in a 1-minute, this could be still pretty nicely pivoted to the upside. Yeah. Okay, so 1-minute time frame cascades into 2 with still upside. We're focusing now on that stochastic momentum down here, guys. Should we have that pivot to the upside and everything still looks good, then yeah, we're continuing upside. Remember, this is what we're looking for, okay? So you're not lost. What we're looking for is for stochastic momentum in whatever time frame you know, from here, we're going to see them one by one real quick. We want stochastic momentum to be pivoted to the downside indefinitely. No kinks or anything. It has to be a perfect pivot to the downside in order for us to tell us the average true range of upside that we can get as a last time frame before we can experience some kind of resistance resistance or pullback, right, guys? So that's kind of like the way I trade here. So let's go ahead and do that, right? So we still have upside here in the 3-minute time frame. Let's go to the 4. So we still see that upside in the 4-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame. We have massive acceleration here with still an upside bias on that. Very nice. 10-minute time frame, nice acceleration. This is definitely an upside bias, still looking pretty good, right? So look at that, man. 15-minute time frame, still very healthy pivot on that upside, massive acceleration. We're looking good, man. So 20-minute time frame, still on that upside here. This thing just actually contracted pretty heavily here. It's okay. That is expected into the upper time frames, of course. Look at that. 30-minute time frame still pivoted to the upside, and we're still kind of accelerating pretty violently here. So that hourly time frame is bringing in max acceleration with an upside, very clean upside bias. Let's see. Yeah, we didn't have any downsides just yet, right? Nope. All right. So still on the upside here with that bi-hourly time frame, and we're screaming on that upside still, man. Remember, guys, we're looking for just a downside pivot wherever that can be located, which I don't even know if we're going to be able to see it, right? Oh, my goodness. If I'm going to be able to do XRP live, you know, I've never really thought about it. I mean, I don't know if we even have any XRP fans in here, but how many people would actually like that? For me to do a dedicated XRP community thing, just like I'm doing here for FNGR. Let me know in the chat if that would be something that you guys would like. Let me know, right? So let's see, 3-hour time frame. Yeah. And oh, guys, this is absolutely one of the 4-hour time frame is one of my absolute minimum time frames that I look for this specific pivot, right? And this specific type of acceleration on volatility. Man, this is 100% just accelerating, and it just has huge upside. Now, if we look at this on Momentum 1, this is one of my algorithms here, guys, right? You can still pick this up in the description below, whatever. But check it out, guys. This thing is validated in the current time frame for upside. So you can see that the 1-hour time frame validation with upside targets specific. Yeah, man, we're actually competing against those upside targets already. So we're sitting at just about 155, and we've already exceeded the numbers that stochastics were suggesting. So very nicely done. Leading this, the 4-hour time frame, looking very sepsy. The 6-hour time frame, check it out, man. Huge volatility spike with an upside bias here. And of course, we still have that upside continuation on the 1-hour, 4-hour time frame, and now on the 6-hour time frame, validated for the upside. Let's go. All right, team, let's get into the 8-hour time frame. Look at that 8-hour, guys. This thing is just starting to break. This is looking really good for FNGR in the coming days. So man, okay. So yeah, and also I'm gonna just let you in on this. This candle here, right? This candle here hasn't been seen by the stochastic momentum or your volatility. The effects of what you're seeing here on that volatility and momentum, this bias is based on this bar, on the prior bar. So who knows what this is even going to look like here as we print that next one, as we start that next one here, right? So that's already a nice little signal there too. 12-hour time frame, guys, look at that. Perfect. I mean, massive upside on this, already validated for continuation on that hourly time frame. Good stuff. The daily time frame, still looking good, right? And now this again, right? Again, this hasn't been seen. This has not been seen by the current bar. So as soon as we get the opening of the intraday candle for this coming session the next day, that's really where we're going to be able to see the effects of stochastic momentum against what this did. So I presume, yeah, there's going to be a kink on this, right, for a continuation to the upside. It's going to look good. And by the way, this is still pivoted towards the upside here. And actually, it's coming down from, how many bars is this? So we have currently overbought bars on an average. It says that way would be about 5.04 oversold bars, 7.06. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11. So this thing did about 11 bars of oversold conditions on this. So fair enough. The statistics are just a little under that, right? But this just shows that this is outside of some statistical figures, which could lead for an even bigger boom, right, guys? Okay, so that's upside on the daily time frame. By daily, upside as well. Huge upside on that candle. 3-day time frame, man, look at that, guys. If this, we have 18 hours and 54 minutes to close this 3-day. If this 3-day closes in any shape, the way that you're looking at it right now, guys, that would mark off a very healthy and super powerful bullish engulfing here, guys. So that's in the, that's the downtrend right here, guys, and we have that red bar, and we have that green bar completely engulfing the red body, right, guys? So that's bullish engulfing formation, and it's looking pretty good. Now, I know that a few people are going to mention what this is here, right? You're going to mention that that head and shoulders formation here. I mean, that's the whole thing, guys. I believe I spoke about it in the last time we met, that this would be an invalidation of a head and shoulders, right? Because typically speaking, these head and shoulders are best observed when they are built on an upside, not during the downside, right, guys? So that's a particular rule for this psychological formation, which I believe is how this thing was able to pick up a lot of liquidity, available liquidity down below, right, guys? So now the 4-hour time frame, 4-day time frame still has about 2 days to go. Nothing to do there, but I should get back here to just make sure that we can validate that we didn't have a downside pivot in any of these time frames. So 12 upside, daily upside, by daily upside, still into the 3-day, 4 days still upside. We're looking for stochastic momentum here, guys, right? So that's 5 days still on the upside, man, and that's a new bar opened. Oh man, that's a new bar open, and we're barely about, I mean, this is getting ready to make a nice move to the upside, of which, by the way, FNGR does not spend, guys, look at that. FNGR does not spend a lot of time specifically to that critical blue contraction zone, right? So there's only been just a couple times here that it's ever been this low, and seeing that it has been that low before, well, the last time that it was that low was just about this point here, right at the end of that. So that's when we got that huge drop. But as it started expanding, well, look at that, right? We ended up getting that correction signal all the way back up to make this move downside to that area of 184, right? Following that, we went right back into that contractive level. And guess what, right? As soon as we started coming out of that level here, massive explosion towards the upside, where we saw that 519 from a bottom side of around just your 120. So this is looking okay, guys. This would be an area to face some explosive moves. And it kind of also, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this downside here, right? This here reminds me a lot of this, even though they're not positioned in the exact area, right? But it does remind me a lot of this right here. So it feels like this is just your first candle of one of these here, right? Before a massive continuation to the upside. So 5-day time frame still pivoted towards the upside. Where is the downside on this? You know what I mean? Your weekly time frame here just has 2 days, 19 hours, and it's still postured to the upside. Yeah. Okay, buddy. All right, guys. I don't know if you heard my little 6-year-old boy right behind me. There it is. Okay, he actually just asked me for a snack. I'm gonna get him a snack here just real quick, guys. But this is it, guys. The 2-week time frame is indicating the final. This is what we were looking for, right? The target. The downside from all of the time frames that we observed. So this is going to be able to give us the upside target first, and then from that upside target, in light of this 2-week time frame downside bias, that's where we are going to find a potential pullback that can be worth at least 2 weeks time of average true range from that target. So let me just go ahead, guys, and get my little boy here a snack here. I'm just going to run to the kitchen and get him a little something here while he's working on his Legos right behind me, right? And we're going to find out what those targets are to the upside, because everything is firing to the upside as of immediately. Okay, guys, thank you all so much for coming on by. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Just about a couple minutes here, guys, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I'm going to get this guy the snacks, and I shall be back, and we'll continue here and finding out what that topside target is now that we know what the bye week is looking for us. All right, just a moment, team. Thank you so much, guys. All right, team. All right, we are back. I got the little guy some snacks. He's doing good now. So it looks like on the chat we are getting at least a couple of responses here regarding the XRP analysis, right? Sure, okay. I have received a few. Well, you know, the most of the views on that really just come from the videos that the threads, right? The individual threads. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm going to think about that, guys. No problem. Let's see if we can make a live stream out of it. So yeah, guys, anyway, let's continue on with FNGR here. As we know now that the biweekly time frame has that downside pivot. So which means that we have about a biweekly's worth of upside coming in. So that current ATR is actually, the average true range is pretty concentrated. It's a lot of upside. That's specifically about 60 cents of upside from the opening. And we have just about 2 days and 19 hours to close this bye week. Statistically, that's telling us that we would reach a top side of just about 195, right? So 195 is that target coming up based on the statistics of the bi-weekly time. So let's go ahead and, okay, well, actually the 195 does appear to be pretty prevalent here, right? So that 198 actually would be the hard target on the top end of it. But I would have to kind of point out a couple things before we get to that 198, right, guys? So this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and just start off kind of a new chart here for the FNGR. And we're going to need this here because, of course, there is a lot of analysis to do here back and forth. And please remember, team, that we still have to look at some of these statistical analysis here, as those signals that we've been kind of talking about here are still absolutely valid for that upside continuation. Yeah, Eddie? Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and continue this, guys. We're going to do this. Let's go ahead and add data cells advance on this, right? This is where we're getting the guys. Yeah, most of this, actually all of the tools that I use are all coded by me. Yeah, I remember one time this dude said, don't you know that they manipulate those indicators? I'm like, yeah, but I'm the author of them, so I don't know. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add momentum 1. This is my newest one, actually. You can find all of these guys in the description below. In fact, the volatility heat map like this, that's a free thing when you join the Arca Bulls trading team, so all good. And okay, so yeah, we have momentum 1 where you add that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we got the tools now running, right? We got them in. Okay, so what do we have to say about that biweekly, right? So biweekly time frame, we had about a 195 target to the upside based on that current ATR top. It tells you right about there. And you know what else, guys? I'm gonna run. You know what? The FNGR team actually doesn't know about this next indicator here. I can't wait to show you that one. But let's go ahead and just take care of business here. Let's make sure to get down to that nitty gritty and see what's up. We said, yeah, there could be just about a 198 on that top end. Let me see if there's anything to invalidate that. Yeah, well, sort of, right? So I guess, yeah, there would be a resistance of just about 180. 185 to 198, and I'm gonna hone in on it too. Okay, so that would be, yeah, in light of this biweekly gap, right? So that can absolutely prevent price action from continuing. That is lined up with this biweekly gap as well. So yeah, it would be roughly in that area there, right? So okay, fair enough. Just like this, and the first zone to the upside would be just about this target here, and of course the secondary zone for that upside continuation would be more along the lines of the statistical outlook on this, where we have a 192 to 198 top. Okay, guys, so actually, well, yeah, 198 top would do it. Okay, so yeah, these are the upside targets based on the statistics presently. This is where we would be kind of taken to, right, guys? So it's still 2 days and 19 hours, just literally almost 3 days for this thing to kind of close up. So yeah, this thing literally has days to go. So within the daily time frame, this thing is running just about 12 cents a day. So if that's the case, we could still see we could still see targets of around 161 to about 164 even into tomorrow. So yeah, heads up on this. But I'm gonna find out, just like I said earlier, right? We're gonna find out, see if we have some downside on this, right? Crypto world, what is up? Let's go. Good to see you, and thank you so much for coming on by, man. Mike Lively, see you there, buddy. What's up, Chad? Good to see you, man. Yeah, long time, buddy, long time. I wonder if you were here the last time, but and Crypto Tea Party, what's up, man? Oh, dude, that was you who said it. I'm so sorry that I didn't actually recognize that, but and that's cool, Raiden. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on that for that live stream. All good. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna find out the pullback on this, and we're also gonna see what that higher probability top end could be, right? Because man, I hated that right at 155, right where we stopped. There is this bi-weekly gap, right, literally right at this bottom side. That's about 154, just at the borderline of 155. At least that 158 is on top. So that's that's currently something that could prevent price action, but it's don't get too comfortable like that, right, guys? All there has to be is just more sentiment to take it there, and then blam, bam, bam, rip straight through it, right, guys? So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna share the upper targets of this. So 158, because I do think that we're gonna probably try to close that up there. So 158 to just about 164. Yeah, actually that would be the ATR in a day. Okay, so this is another area of potential resistance. Now, I don't know exactly where FNGR is at the present moment. I know that it's at the 155 target, right, which means that you have immediate resistance right above there. But to come back down, that's what's going to be a little challenging here, as none of the time frames are suggesting downside. So if we use pure discretion, right, guys, I'm talking about pure discretion here, we would find a pretty good entry condition right at about this confluent zone here, and that could be about 140. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, 145 to just around this this pivot here, 145 to 140. That's your probable entry condition. So 145. Let's go right here, and then to the 140 bottom. That is a pretty good entry condition, and I will highlight here what could be a good liquidity bottom for a potential entry. I'm sorry, for additional entry. So liquidity bottoms on this. Well, first of all, what would be the low, since we have about a 12? Should we open here at 151? Or 155, sorry. Well, that leaves you with about a 143 or 142. So yeah, that's still it still would be right around these targets here, guys. So no big deal there. FNGR Schwab is charging 500% maintenance for any short position in what? Dang! Oh my goodness. Schwab is charging 500% maintenance for any short position on FNGR. Man, Gar, what is up, dude? Wow, that is just absolutely insanity. I'm going to leave this, guys, as kind of like a grayish color, right? Because this is going to be your soft resistance on a way up. These would be short-term traders, areas that you should be aware of, where there could be pullbacks, where there could be retracements and all that good stuff, right? So I'm going to mark these things off just like this so that you can see it. And we're gonna go over some other signals here that are, signaling here a potentially powerful move to the upside here, guys. Okay, so it's, this thing is just really sometimes it's just really illiquid, and it's hard to get this thing to kind of to move, right? It becomes kind of stagnant sometimes. I'm going to change the type of labels there, guys. I'm going to put this right over here like this. Let's see. Yes, like that. Here we go. Okay, that's your 193 top. These targets could be realized, guys, I think a few days down the line, right? So right now, guys, we're sitting at 6:23 p.m. Pacific time, Tuesday, November 18th. And okay, yeah, I mean, fair enough. These are still the targets that I'm kind of looking for here. I know that as soon as I start putting this thing on a bi-hourly, or a 4-hour, it's gonna stretch everything out, right? Of course it did. Okay, so I mean, no problem on this. What I'm going to do is actually put the directional bias on this so that you are aware over how this price is kind of working out, right? So here we go. Let's go ahead and take this this here. So likely a potential, pivot top here at 155. Oh, right, we're literally there, right? So 155 tops out. This would be a drop into the area of about 145, but before actually maybe even touching down at that 152 as kind of like a false continuation from that support, right? This would then bring us down to a closer proximity of that 140, because I feel like we may actually need that 140, guys, for a continuation. So as soon as we get that 140 downside, guys, from here we would start that zigzag all over again, right? So we would resist at the intraday close of 150, pull back, validate the zone of about 145 before a continuation to that upside into this soft resistance, which is 158.64, which this would be probably counting the day's total price action, this next trading day. What you would expect is the following day to come back down and validate these supports here, right? So we're talking about going into Thursday and Friday, right? Coming back down to these areas and validating support. So we broke out of it, validate continuation and secondary confirmation before continuation. That could be a way to see it. And in doing that, then we would have this completely present here, guys. This is where a lot of people are like, oh, all right, well, that's pretty cool, right? So here we go. This is what we could be building into these next few days. So I do hope that it's actually in that fashion, because we'll be able to kind of benefit from a continuation to the upside from a psychological perspective, if that is the case. Now, this is going to be I'm just giving you this right now, guys, because whatever. I'm just gonna show you, right? So it could be something along the lines of this right about here, right as your neckline. This would be your top side, right? We take a trend line, measure it all the way down towards that middle of the head, and then you apply this to the center of the shoulder, and guess what? Target to the upside, very much similar to my 198 that we already had per discretion. Rock and roll, right, guys? So now we have complete discretion and psychological formations suggesting similar targets here to the upside. And also remember that the target to the upside was based on a pretty much a daily ATR, I believe. Yeah, we have the 12 cents, seeing that we open up somewhere around 165 or 160, right? It's just about, I'm sorry, what, 155 or 150? Yeah, that's about there. Your 170, your 160s, 164, all that good stuff, right about here, team. So I am pretty optimistic about this, as we are looking at high probability continuation based on the volatility signature here, guys. Okay, so yeah, this is presently what you want to know, right? This will likely pull back right after that. Okay, guys, I hope this is actually something that helps you out. So let's go ahead and now move on to that next stage of the analysis. Now that we have that out of the way, perfect. This is what we got here, team. Okay, so FNGR 5-day time frame, I believe. No, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and do the bi-daily signal. Okay, and do I have any other signals here? Yeah, you know what? I do have the 1 day. And oh yes, nice. Okay. So yeah, the signal is still fired. We actually never entered critical volatility, and that would be an invalidation condition. And now we have an upside bias on stochastic momentum with that signal fired. Let's see. I'm fat. I don't have. Bro, what did you just say? You were so shelly. Okay, team. So from here, right, from the what was the back test on daily time frame? Okay, so the criteria behind this, like what did we measure, right, guys? I'm just gonna go ahead and just explain it to you real briefly here, so you see what has been done, right? Anytime that volatility has actually expressed a break out of this, you know, specifically this 15% zone, we, you know, we just we see what price action has done. How does price action how does price action react to that condition anytime historically? So the findings of that are actually this right here. So we have about 20 out of 17 iterations historically on a daily time frame, and that actually puts us with an average upside accuracy of just about 85%. So the batting average is pretty nice on that. Yeah. Huh? Say again, buddy. Okay, and then following that, we have the average upside thrust, right, guys? So that would be remember, right? So how did it react when we broke out of that area there? And we measured it, right? We measured every single iteration where that happened. So the average of that upside is just about 33.40%. And the invalidation process for this would really be the conditions of having the volatility and or the moving average components here reach the inside of either critical zones. If they touch it, simply as touch it, the signal is over. Okay, so far, guys, the signal fired off just about here on October 8th of 2025. So this is still fired with an upside pivot now. So yeah, that's why I'm telling you guys that this is particularly amazing. Let's go ahead and add data cells into this so we can get you that target. So the average upside thrust is 33.40. Just in case if you are curious, I did also calculate the upper bounds of the first the upper bounds of the first standard deviation and second standard deviation. Should it be that we kind of, you know, combat that or beat that expectation of 33.40. So, and I do have a standard deviation of 35.12%. And what does that mean? That means that from the firing of the signal, guys, from the firing of the volatility signal, this has a standard deviation, means that it can deviate from the direction that we want up to 35%, 35.12. So that's very curious that it's there, you know. Because we did have a downside here, right? And that's interesting. So let's go ahead and see when the signal fired, because it would have been just about, oh my goodness. Is this it right here? Let me just make sure. No, it's not. It's actually right over here. Okay, so yeah, that it just makes it a little bit of a higher target. Okay. Yeah, so it's just about that point there. Let's find out what that is, guys. This still had an upside here. Okay. Let's see. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, based on this iteration here, this was your top, and we were still we were still postured to the upside. So when this is postured to the upside and we come out of this contraction zone, right, that would mark off the firing of the signal up here. The invalidation, sorry guys, my nose is getting really stuffy. The invalidation of this signal would be either the entry into critical expansion, which is just about your I think it's a 90% or 95%. Yeah, 90%. Within this 90%, you get critical expansion, and within this 15%, you get critical contraction, right? So from that contraction phase, anytime that we've broken out alongside an upside bias with both the volatility signal and moving average, that's what I mean, guys. That's what I mean. That's the firing of the signal, and from that signal, we could have had the measured move to the downside, right? We kind of just figured that out based on the notes. That would be right about here. So that would be minus 35.12. Now that, guys, it's a huge downside on there, right? So that would mean that from the firing of that, which is right about here, This one. So 35.12 would be the statistical downside from the closing valuation. So let's measure what it did, because that's already pretty scary that it would tell us that from that point. Oh my god. I'm sorry guys, from the closing of the signal. What the heck am I doing? So here's the closing of the signal. And look at that downside, 33.42% decline based on, guys, that was seriously from the firing of the signal. We have that probability base within the data cells, within the data already. So that was pretty much it, guys. Look at that. So yeah, let me get that thing out of the way. That's it right there. So standard deviation 35.12% up to 35.12 with an 85% probability. So that would be 33.40% to the upside from the firing of that daily time frame. So that would also highlight the potential upside targets. So I mean, if it really is saying like 220-ish, then that's that's not dangerous. Let's see. So that would be oh man. Fine. We're just gonna have to know. Okay, it would be unfortunately, yeah, it would have to be this bar right here. Okay, so from the opening of that daily, 33% up, right? Just about here. Okay, so from the closing valuation, 35% up is what we're going to get. Okay, so right about here. And 35%, 35.12, whatever that is, right, is leading us towards around $2.72. That's nice. Right, but now we know what bar we opened up on, right? That would be this bar right here. So let me go ahead and get this thing kind of placed right next to it, because now we have to read the daily time frame, right? So this is going to tell us what target to the upside we can see, right? And not really statistically. It's just based on this incredible data here, guys. So yeah, we're looking at just about average upside thrust 33%. That's not even that far. That really is not even that far. Okay. So let's go ahead and put it in there. So there's going to be 33.40%. I hate it. No, don't tell me that. Okay. Well, that's fine. The closing valuation would be just around your 171. So 171. Man, why would it do that? Okay, whatever. So 171. It's not really making all the sense in the world. Let me see, guys. Fine or whatever, let's just do it, because it doesn't really matter, because we're just we're in a complete other time frame. That's fine. So this thing will start going bullish as soon as you get to it. That's so funny. 33.12%, looking like, I can't get closer. Just about 235. Very nice. So that's the that would be the top of the signal from the the top of the price here for the daily time frame, volatility versus momentum. And there, of course, we still have further upsides, guys, like for example this, right? We still have the standard deviation of 68 per day. It's actually the upper bound of the first standard deviation. I didn't count anything more, because 68.52%, bro, I mean, for real. Okay, so 68%. Let's go ahead and just measure that. As it was pretty close to. Hold on, here we go. All right, so that's leading towards a very confluent $2.98. That's actually not bad, guys. So those are the statistics here, and this does appear to have that kind of continuation in line, guys. Okay, so but yeah, just remember, right, that I'm talking about a specific potential pullback on this, and I don't even know if we're gonna officially get it or whatever, but it is true. All right, guys. So let's see. Yeah, it would just be right above this, right above these targets. That's not bad. Yeah, guys. Same situation here with the let's see. I think it's the weekly time frame, right? Oh no, this is still a daily time frame. This one's a different type though. It's all good. So this would be contraction. Yeah, contraction to the upside. That's perfect. Okay. All right. Well, I think that we should probably keep an eye on this as it moves, right? Because now that we're getting this upside, now that we're getting this upside here on FNGR, right? I noticed that also the broader markets were making an upside with this. You know, so there was nothing really hidden about why this thing was going up, but I know that there was a catalyst announced too, right? But nonetheless, it was kind of meant to do it anyway. But very, very good stuff indeed, team. So yeah, keep an eye out, guys, for another video posted tomorrow. But I got to go ahead and start filming some stuff here for other tickers, and I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any questions or concerns, guys, please reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. And also remember, guys, that I want you to join the Arcabulls trading team with the link in the description below, because we are approaching the last day tomorrow to ever join with a one-time fee instead of facing that dreadful monthly fee. Okay, guys, it's in Discord and it's all good. But do the interview with the, okay, screw it, let's do it, man, let's do it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Lioness. All good. All right, guys, so yeah, let's go ahead and call it here, and we will speak very Scary Larry later. All right, team. Adios, everybody. And yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana. Adios, team. Oh, yeah.